Лекции. Мир классиков. Seriously, reviewer, manuscript reviewer.
We're waiting for someone should. A couple of people should come.
That's it.
So I'm going to send a quick reminder to the rest of the class. How many members of the group we are missing? Vinatini, Yuchi. Is it just two? Yeah? Everyone else is here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, just two. But I remember the count that 7 plus 2 at SDSU site. Okay, I think we should use the time anyway, although they are not here, and we'll try to help them at a later time. So I appreciate very much you are investing your time at the very busy period close to the finals, and coming in class and investing time in writing your written reports, which is a lot of work. It is a very appreciated activity from your side. So we are done with academic material. We're not going to have any formal lecturing. We'll do only the preparation of the written reports today. So our schedule is a little tighter than one may desire. So we need to complete our written reports by tomorrow morning. And do not worry if you think that your work is not perfect. Everyone understands that it is a part of the class, and we just do whatever is possible to do in a provided time frame. But please email your final versions of your written reports before tomorrow 9 a.m. From now on, we have a little time to improve, to make fine-tuning. Then on Thursday, please send your PowerPoints, which will be just PowerPoint versions, slides based on your reports. So you're not expected to do something super hard. Just whatever is ready, please report it. 5 minutes, because I'm sure that all of us will want to ask questions, and if any outsider will stop by, there will be some questions, and it may delay our presentations. So we need to have maybe 5 minutes for presentation and 2-3 minutes for questions, so that we finish everyone in 1 hour. So do not plan on having your presentations within 5 minutes. You cannot do too much. They shouldn't be too long. No technical details. Only scientific results and interpretation based on your general education and practical understanding things as a chemist. So we are done with technical part. We have a belief that you all are experts in doing computations, and the question is not in how to do them, but how to interpret the result. Present something, apply your skills to whatever you have, to some models, and analyze them as a scientist. Try to squeeze it in 5 minutes. Okay? So there are no requirements for those presentations, but I would like just to share an experience that short presentations are perceived much better if they are illustrated with movies. So you may want to invest a little time to prepare them, either for optimization or for heating or molecular dynamics, and insert it into your presentation. And today I will briefly show that it is possible and it will work on this station. So we are summarizing skills, not the skills, summarizing the outcome of the skills. Apply to researching small project and invest our next meeting into scientific communication. Today, after very brief introduction from my side, we are going to review the drafts of the papers that I hope all of you are having with you, right? Okay. So I was trying to perceive which project are you guys doing and try to organize them in a way that they flow from each other. So here is a draft of the schedule. If you want to swap the places and see the connections between your works, we can rearrange, and I don't care much about the order. It just looks a little more logic to me in this way. But any suggestions, feedback is very welcome. So we have some simple things which fundamental in their nature and help to perceive more complicated things. Then there are some applications to inorganic materials which can be either small isolated molecules or infinite with periodic boundary conditions. Then there is another model where periodic boundary conditions are critical, but it is organic system. And, there are a couple of models which represent hybrid organic-inorganic interface, solid state to organic interface. And this is one of the areas that will never be described by pure theory, by formulas. It is the primary target of computational chemistry. There is no symmetry and systems of different nature come into interaction. Then there is a question of adding functionalization to solids by doping, and there are 2 presentations representing which additional properties doping can bring to solids. Then there is a little step forward how to analyze properties of materials if they are in the non-equilibrium perturbed state. So it is a little plan for our Thursday meeting, 5 minutes for each, so should be 45 minutes for pure presentations, plus about 15 minutes for questions. Anticipate it will be a little longer than an hour. It always takes place. And for SDSU part, please submit your PowerPoints you will have them on this station, and then camera will focus on your image on the SDSU, but someone here, me or someone else, will just go slide by slide. So that we will have really inter-campus presentations.
No problem.
Okay. So images are very easy to insert. So the ones that you did with modern software can be inserted into the PowerPoint slides and be executed here on this station. The important thing, let me probably stop the slides and show the, well, they are very baby steps, but I better show how they were prepared. So we do have a presentation, and that it is not here. So we need to have the .mov file right on this station. So you can either send it as an email, but it is a big file, or submit it to the D2L. I have just opened a folder. After homeworks, you can submit it there, and then we will download it from D2L to here. Then, after you have a file, so it can be also played in a video viewer, but if we will open different software during presentations, it will delay time. The better thing is to consider the file right here, then go to the presentation and find insert, and here's a little symbol of video. Video from file. When you navigate to this file, it does insert here. Then you file, save the document. And when you play, you can click here and it will start moving. So it is a way to illustrate your geometry optimization, heating, and molecular dynamics. Shouldn't be difficult, and you all have seen it in your own project. But if anyone aside, if a stranger will come here, you will see a big impression on his or her face. Okay, so what are we going to do? I have prepared a couple of 3 pages. They do contain the templates of questions that a reviewer may ask to an author of a paper. So if you are targeting the scientific career, then the major metrics of scientific advance are publications, right? And you cannot write anything you like and just have it published, because the publishers do not want to invest money in typing something that is senseless. And there is a reviewing system. So the publishers or editors are sending each contributed paper to review to other scientists who are believed to be either renowned or just doing similar things. And then the editor is asking, such as reviewer, to provide a feedback. Do you like this thing? Will you be able to do the same? Some very basic things. And whether it will be enthusiastic or pessimistic will have a great influence on the editor on accepting or rejecting the paper. So I think that many of you have already experienced this in your career, but having a little more practice will never hurt. And, this document contains a little bit more questions than one needs to answer, so you can pick up a couple of them and write in the provided boxes. And I'm going to announce what are those boxes, then present how do we organize interchange of documents, because there are many people and many documents, and then we will invest a little time in actually reviewing works of each other and mimicking actual reviewing process in scientific journals. So a reviewer should prove to the editor that he or she has actually read the paper, because if I'm getting a paper from my friend to review. I want to help him or her, and oh yes, paper is great, publish as is. And the reviewer is reading and thinking, oh okay, if there is no proof that the reviewer has read it, so there is the scaling factor, the weight to this review is very low. It is not counted. And typically each review starts with maybe 1-2 sentences retelling what paper is about. The reviewer is telling, oh yeah, I think it is important problem and they did this and this, just as a justification of whatever is following. And you can glance through and make your own impression in this book. Then the next one is following our ancient friends from 3,000 years ago. The style of presenting scientific papers consists of introduction, results, discussion, and conclusions. And one can say whether introduction is good enough. Is there a real hypothesis that is important for the community and the author is trying to prove it right or wrong with available tools? There are some other things like whether it is clear for non-specialists why this paper is being written and whether the subject was interesting at all, or it is something too technical. And also critical point is, are there any references at all? Is it something made up or based incrementally on what other people are doing? Okay. Next box. Well, in writing publications, one typically wants to arrive to specific conclusions to prove some hypothesis, and there are some strong statements at the end, strong statements about finding. And the general question is, well, if there are such statements and they should be there, are they justified? Are there any proofs that they are correct? And a reviewer may write that yes, those statements were supported by enough evidences, or they were not. Other proofs to what is reported as main result. And another thing that is not typically reported, but what we should look at as authors, so that author may anticipate some criticism from community and be ready to address it. And typically, it is a part of discussions section. So it is better to accept any. Well, there are no perfect work. Therefore, we all are developing and writing more. But there is no reason to say that this work is perfect because it is what it is. One should way of professionalism is to say that it has good results and good approach to this part of the problem, but we have a way to develop, to improve in this and this direction. And if the author accepting it, it sounds very professional. And, the viewer will not criticize it because it is already, the self-criticism is already there. So you can just answer and make your comments on some of those questions. Well, methodology is simple. If you're not developing methods, you just mention which method you are using and briefly retelling the standard thing. The only thing that it is clear, so that a reader, a professional reader, can reproduce results based on how you describe them. It is what Professor Yagi was telling yesterday on the informal meeting. That a student of him suggested to hide some details, and he told, no, you should play a fair game and report all tiny details of the synthesis. Right? Be able to reproduce the result. Okay, and conclusions should be there. One should no. Some people write papers without conclusions or use one sentence. Work has been done. Period. But it is not best scenario because some lazy readers, including reviewers, frequently start reading from conclusion. They just look what are main statements, and then if they are interesting, they are look into the body of the text. And if the conclusions are weak, the reviewer immediately write to editor, nothing interesting, do not publish. So it should be something pleasant to read. And if we follow the ancient strategy, one may want to, well, we shouldn't follow this. We should just keep it as a joke, blame anyone who disagrees, and induce positive feelings to the reader, to the author. Practical thing: if there are figures, they should be readable and visible, because it is a very common disadvantage. If I'm doing some figure for the first time, I'm doing it in the way that I understand it, and I do not care will it be visible after printing. And some of the journals do reduce size of the figures like 4 times, and then line that was thick and symbol that was readable stop being this way. So it is a good practice to prepare figures with very thick, ugly lines, very thick, ugly fonts, but the question is not aesthetical perception, but possibility to read it after reduction. You can add, if you read someone's paper and, as a reviewer and you do not see it clear enough, you can make a friendly suggestion so that figures can be improved. Okay, so it is what we are supposed to write in these reviews. Fill the boxes. And let me suggest a way we organize our effort. So I'm going to show something really silly. So each of us will play double role. First role as a author and second role as a reviewer. So as an author, I'm sitting somewhere there. I'm taking my paper, bringing it to the front desk, and leaving it in a specific area, like somewhere here. And then I'm returning back to the seat. Okay? So it is submission of the paper to the journal. Then each of us, after we complete this round, we will have several stacks of papers here up front. Then each of us will become a reviewer. So we should do it in organized way so that we do not create a crowd. Just do it one after another. Reviewer is coming up front, picking up the form and the paper, and returns to the seat with the red pen. Then we just sit and write reviews at the pace we can. And let's target making at least one review in a good shape. But if you have more time, you can come pick up more reviews and provide more feedback. But in order to make it clear and comprehensive, it is better just to have one high-quality review. And do not review your own papers, like someone else. Then, after we are done with making these reviews, we will have stacks of papers with these forms. Right? And then we are playing the role of researcher, of the author of the paperback. So we are coming to the front desk once again, picking up the paper with the review and return to the seat. At this time, our meeting will be done. So I think we should start this activity. If you want to have a second copy of what you're writing, there is a carbon paper, so you can just take it inside and write something more. I do not believe that it is really needed, but there's just an opportunity. And let me suggest that let me call you one after another, and you will just, you guys may, on the front row, you can keep sitting and just have your stack a little bit closer to the center. Just move it to there. Yes, the center. Please keep seated. May I ask you to come up front and just bring your stack of papers? Okay. You just help others to review. Okay. So now we need to pick up the reviews. Let's do it in a blind form so that you do not know. Well, in the real life, the reviews are blind. Here, we are not going to have bad feelings if someone writes criticism. Oh, I see. You want an even distribution. Good idea. Okay. I think we do not need to keep this secret things. You just keep track that you do not pick up your own paper. I'm going to follow your suggestion for the first paper to review, and if you have time to review more papers, you are on your own to provide more reviews. So I will distribute the first sequence. And at SDSU site,
Yes.
would you please just swap your works and review them?
Okay, thank you. Olyan lecții masterate în engleză.
Or you have something? this you? If you are done, is this you? You hear me?
Yes.
If you're done with your reviews and you have computers with you, you can just start modifying your works right away.
Sorry, I cannot hear you. Can you?
If you made the reviews of each other and you have computers with you, you can start making actual corrections to your works right away.
And Dr. Killen,
Yes.
can I actually we have to leave early today
That's
because
okay.
we have some seminar.
That's okay. After collecting works here, I will scan and send you reviews of your works.
Okay. Thank you.
Please,
Thank you.
please submit the final versions of your papers by early morning tomorrow.
Okay,
Okay,
we'll do
sure.
that. Thank you.
Okay.
Okay, thanks.
Okay. You can just go up front and see where the stack is those and put it on top. Maybe. Okay, you can pick up any UI except yours. I will scan and send. Those are short overview and short. you mean that they all are right? It is right? You read the first one? You make like this. Come. Take your words and bring them. Okay. Oh. Huh? Please wait a little. Let's probably wait until everyone is done. Huh? Okay. I think this one is for me. And this, no, I'm writing. I'm writing what I believe was important in the. Please return to the seat. Oh. So before leaving the class, please pick up reviews to your own papers and use it for improvement. So because you have a feedback from your peers, from the people in the same boat who doing similar research, the reviews, comments are very helpful. incorporate them into your report, and I'm expecting your final version before 9 tomorrow. So I can pop of reminders in the middle of the night.